got somebody on that. He just got me feeling crazy. I mean, he really.
Hey guys, my name is Arailyus. If this is your first time clicking on a video, hi if you are returning. On my channel, I make lifestyle videos and I talk about living my life with mental disorders. So if that is something that you think you'd be interested in, I hope that you would consider hitting the subscribe button. So the video that we're doing today, as you can see by the title, is a vibe with me. And this one, we're going to talk about BPD and how I've been doing lately with my mental health. So if you want to hear about what's been going on with me, okay, so for those of you that don't know me, let me give you a backstory. So I have bipolar disorder 2, anxiety, depression, BPD, borderline personality disorder, and depression. And did I say ADHD? Yeah, there's some ADHD in there too. It's a lot going on. But even though I have all those things going on, I still try to live a semi-normal life. And I wanted to show that side in my YouTube channel. I want to show that, yes, I have mental disorders, but I can still live my best life. Like, my life may be a little different from other people, you know, whatever, but it's my life, and this is my life with mental disorders. So I don't want to make this video too long. So we're going to start off with talking about BPD, borderline personality disorder. There are a lot of symptoms, so I will list them on both sides. But the one that I want to talk about, one of the symptoms is delusional. And I have borderline personality disorder, and I was living in a delusion, and I'm about to tell y'all all about it. Like, it's so crazy because in my book I wrote, I used to say that my ex used to live in a delusion, and it's crazy the fact that I did too. Like, I lived in a delusion. So I'm about to tell you all about it. So me writing my book, I was sitting in my office one day and God just said, write the book. So I didn't question it. I just started writing. I wrote the book, and I didn't know anything about writing a book. But everybody that I needed, they just showed up. My editor, my girl that did my website, my artist, just everybody I needed. They just all came to me or whatever. So this whole time in my mind, which is it's crazy that it's a delusional, but I'm gonna explain why. So in my mind, this whole time, I'm like, okay, God told me to write this book. So this book is going to blow up. It's going to be crazy. When this book come out, it's going to change the world, right? I'm in this delusion this whole time, right? I'm just going through the motions. I'm writing about the book. I'm writing a book. I'm promoting the book. I'm just going through the motions, and I'm like, oh yeah, this is about to blow up. So we released the book, and the book, it did sell, but it did not blow up. It didn't blow up. There was no, 1,000 people bought my book. That didn't happen. I did get some sales, thank God. But I didn't get like a whole bunch of sales or whatever. And in that moment, I was just kind of like, but wait a minute, what happened? Like, this came from God. Like, God told me to do this. God has been sending everybody I need. So, of course, now the book is going to blow up because this is what God told me to do. And don't get it twisted. I still believe this is what God told me to do, but it's the mental health along with the spirituality and what I'm saying. So, okay, so yes, I believe God told me to write the book. I still believe that. But in my delusion, again, I just expected the world. I was expecting everything. I was planning a huge book release party and everything. It was so wild in my mind. I'm trying to tell you. That's the thing about BPD. It's so cool. Like, I don't know. You just be in another world. Like, literally, I be in my own little world sometimes. It's just, when I'm talking to people, or if I'm just in the car with somebody and I'll just start laughing, and it's because I'm having a whole conversation in my head. Like, there's always so much going on inside this head. It's crazy. Some days I love it, and some days I'm like, the racing thoughts are the worst though, because they just don't stop. But anyway, let me get back to what I was saying. So the book didn't blow up, and I went into a depression, but I didn't realize I went into a depression. It wasn't until maybe a week later that I was like, wait a minute. Because I noticed I just wasn't in the best mood, and I wasn't cleaning up. My apartment was filthy. I wasn't doing anything. Like, my boyfriend came to my house and I didn't even clean up for him. Like, I just didn't even care. And I don't know. But it's like I pulled myself up out of it because I was like, well, okay, Riz. So I had this big aha moment. Like, okay, Riz, you didn't get your big, what you expected in your imaginary world, but that doesn't mean that God is not still going to give it to you. You just got to put in the work, baby girl. Put the work in and it'll happen. So now that I've had that moment, I'm like, okay, I'll look at my book a little differently. It's crazy. It's almost embarrassing, but I mean, this is what goes on inside my mind. Like, it's crazy. What else? Oh yeah, I broke up with my boyfriend, right? And I realized, because I was just kind of like, I don't know why I'm starting to act the way that my ex treated me in my book. And I'm like, wait a minute, I'm the toxic one? Like, how did I go from being the prey to now I'm the toxic person in my relationship? And I'm like, what am I supposed to do about it? Because I don't want to be in a toxic relationship, and I definitely don't want to be the toxic person in the relationship. So I'm like, oh my God, like, I'm working on that one. Cause it's just, I wrote about it as being the victim, and now I'm the person that's doing it. Like, that's crazy. Anyway, what else? Oh yeah, so I called the crisis line today because I wanted to talk about all the stuff that I had going on in my head today, which is everything that I've told you about. And they gave me some good feedback. How do I feel right now? Now that I've gotten everything out, now that I've said everything, I can say I feel a little bit better. I've been in the house all day. I've been at work. I had my robe on all day. I didn't even get dressed today. But I said I'm gonna get up, and I'm off work now, so I'm getting ready to go to the track. I'm gonna get out the house, give myself some fresh air. And I need to do some self-care. I think I'm going to take a day off. I think I need to take a mental health day. But yeah, so my last vibe with me, I was doing so good. I was in such a good place. And that's not to say that I'm not still in a good place right now. But mental illness I still have mental illness and I was affected by it. So yeah. I hope you enjoyed. Leave me comments down below. If you like this, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you have not already. And I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys. Oh yeah, the link for my book will be down below. Bye, guys.